Good morning. Today we're going to take a look at the Preventive Maintenance module. This will be the the PM module, Preventive Maintenance for equipment. We also have a scheduling module which will let you do preventive maintenance on all your fixed assets. To get to the Preventive Maintenance module from the quickest menu, once it has focus, just enter a P a few times to get down to preventing maintenance, highlight it, and then press the enter key. This module is basically set up for your defining of each type of individual preventive maintenance. And you probably want to group your equipment by, say, all pickups or all four-wheel drive pickups, and all light trucks, heavy trucks, graders, and all, and then develop preventive maintenance profiles for whatever grouping you determine. And basically, you set up the meter reading increment between preventive maintenance cycles and the approximate number of days. So on the engine, this particular one we're looking at now, it's automatic transmission pickups. This is a PMA style, and the engine's every 3,000 miles, or approximately every 28 days or a month. Transmission filter about every 24,000 miles, and that would be in the area of about 8 months. And you schedule whatever is appropriate. If you want to, you can make notes on the PM steps or procedures in here. Once you define your preventive maintenance modules, and we'll go back to the fleet management module, and in the fleet management we'll go to the equipment, and we'll attach preventive maintenance to this particular piece of equipment. This will be a Case International, and the PM code currently is a 30, and if we look at the 30 on here, it's heavy equipment, every 98 days on the engine, every 100 miles on the, or 100 hours on the meter, and the determine whether hours or miles is determined on the equipment when you define it in this field. So basically, if we change that, we'll say to say a 34 model, you just highlight whatever code, press the enter key, and it changes the preventive maintenance on it. Now, the PM parameters are scheduled in here. Once you change a PM code, you have to save the record for everything to extend forward, and then you can reopen it, and you'll see the PM codes have clarified on through. So basically, attaching the PM code then lets you run reports by the preventive maintenance by meter reading, which is hours or miles reading, or preventive maintenance by date reading. We'll just run this one real quick here, and we'll just let it run on that default date. So what we're doing is looking at any preventive maintenance that's due on or before that date. And you see we've got a lot in here. This data is not really synchronized up. So if this were true, you'd have 74 pieces of equipment you need to look at during the next week or so. So basically that's preventive maintenance on equipment. We'll write a quick little report here in the report writer, and basically we'll open a library, and we'll open library there. Your libraries are in the data folder, so we double click on the data folder, and we'll put this in the My Report 2 library, which is a report your local reports, if you write any there, put into this library, so that you maintain those reports the way you want to maintain them. And we'll create a new report in here. We'll just call it a PM report, and it will add a file, and this is also key sensitive, so we're looking for the PM codes file. This is the decremented PM codes, and there's a PM codes 2, which is the current PM codes file. So highlight it, click select, and then next. And we'll just move all of the fields over here this way. We'll cut off the memo field because it takes up a little extra room. And then we have some spare fields in here. We'll get rid of those and send them back so we don't report on those. And click next, and we can do it in the key code order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as your PM codes are set. And we click finish. And we have a report here. You can move the fields around, add headers and all that sort of stuff. We'll just go ahead and run this report. And basically, if you start out the fields, or you can put a blank on the field attribute, and then it won't print the zeros. But you'll see this is just straight PM code, prints everything out there. If you're not using some of these fields, you can eliminate those from the report writer. Let's just get rid of, say, these fields here. Just highlight them, hit the delete key. And we'll run the test again, and then it'll print without those fields, and you could stretch other fields for further access. So that's kind of a quick and dirty report you can do in just a few mouse clicks if you have the report writer. And we're not going to save this report because the reports in here have a lot more formatting done as far as headers and all that. So basically, that's the way the system operates. If you have any questions, give us a call or email, and we'll have another webinar every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Thanks for attending.